করোনা সংক্রমণের মধ্যে দক্ষিণবঙ্গ জুড়ে সাইক্লোন আম্পানের ধাক্কা, যে দুর্যোগের ফলে ইতিমধ্যেই বিপর্যস্ত কলকাতা সহ রাজ্যের অনেক জায়গা কার্যত দিশেহারা পরিস্থিতিতে
খোলা আকাশের নিচে দিন কাটাতে হচ্ছে এখনো অনেক
বাঁধের ওপর বাস, আবার কোথাও ঝড়ে ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত বাড়ি জোড়াতাপ্তি মেরে দিন গুজরান। বর্ষা বলতে ত্রাণ আর
বেসরকারি সংস্থার সাহায্য।
সুন্দরবন সহ দক্ষিণবঙ্গের একটা বড় অংশে গত 2 সপ্তাহে থমকে রয়েছে স্বাভাবিক জীবনের ছন্দ। সবচেয়ে ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত দক্ষিণ 24 পরগনার বিস্তীর্ণ অঞ্চল। সেখানকার ক্ষতিগ্রস্তদের পাশে দাঁড়িয়েছে স্বেচ্ছাসেবী সংগঠন
পরিবার। বিজন ব্যানার্জি মেমোরিয়াল চ্যারিটেবল ট্রাস্টের স্বেচ্ছাসেবী সংস্থা
পরিবারের কর্ণধার অনিন্দিতা ব্যানার্জি টামটার উদ্যোগে স্বেচ্ছাসেবীরা পৌঁছে গিয়েছিলেন আমপান বিধ্বস্ত দক্ষিণ 24 পরগনার কাকদ্বীপের 10 নম্বর তেঁতুলতলা ঘেরি মানুষদের কাছে। সামাজিক দূরত্ব বজায় রেখে
এড়িয়ে দুর্গত সাহায্য হিসেবে
করোনা সংক্রমণ, আটা, তেল, দুধ, বিস্কুট থেকে স্যানিটারি প্যাড, স্যানিটাইজার, মাস্ক, সাবান, ওষুধ, পোশাকের মতো দৈনন্দিন জীবনযাত্রার প্রয়োজনীয় সামগ্রী তুলে দেওয়া হয়েছে ত্রিপল, যাদের মাথার উপর ছাদ নেই। পরিবারের কর্ণধার অনিন্দিতা ব্যানার্জি টামটা জানিয়েছেন, শিশুদের জন্য
জামা, জুতো, ছাতা থেকে মহিলাদের পোশাক, নিয়ে গিয়েছিলেন
স্বেচ্ছাসেবীরা। এই
উদ্যোগের পাশে ছিল
সুন্দরবনের পুলিশ সংগঠনও। ব্যুরো রিপোর্ট, এস নিউজ।
Good evening, everybody. At first, on behalf of Bengal Library Association, I welcome you all in this BLA Webinar 2020 Series-19. Today, we are dealing with a very special topic. You know that during the period of COVID-19, we have made an appeal to you to donate some amount to Bengal Library Association so that we can donate it to Chief Minister Relief Fund, and you have just replied very good, and we have collected so many amounts so that we can donate it to the Chief Minister Relief Fund. This is actually indirect effort to the people, but there are so many persons associated directly go to the helpless people and donate different things, reliefs, foods, amounts to the people. So today we are going to discuss with one of such personalities, Mrs. Anindita Banerjee Tamta. She is associated with Bijon Banerjee Memorial Trust and also Parivar. And we have another special person, Dr. Sushanta Banerjee, Honorable University Librarian of West Bengal State University, Barashat. He at first introduced Mrs. Anindita Banerjee Tamta and her association, that is Bijon Banerjee Memorial Trust and Parivar. So may I request Dr. Sushanta Banerjee to say something. Sir.
Thank you, Joydeep, and good evening, everyone, for joining this webinar today. I was seeing the series of webinar organized by Bengal Library Association for quite some time now. I think last to last week there was a webinar on trekking, mountaineering. It was such a good webinar and such a good enjoyment of eyes that that could be possible only by the endeavor of this young man Jaideep and Bengal Library Association. So I thank Bengal Library Association as well as uh, the young leader Joydeep. Um I don't say him Mr. Joydeep and Dr. Joydeep because I consider him as my brother. So I always follow this his first name without following any official decorum. So thank you, Joydeep. Um, so while seeing these webinars, I was thinking, why not we do something that highlights the real work of an organization, particularly a lady who is really working for the poor, the downtrodden society, and street children, and this kind of people throughout the year. She is none other than Dr. Um, who the speaker today, um, Anindita Tamta, Dr. Anindita Tamta. She will be speaking today. Um, I know Anindita for a long time since I joined American Center in 2007. I came to know about her organization and her work. So I was interested to know what exactly she does for the people, for the street people. And I visited her place, and I was really uh, so happy to see the work that she is doing for the poor people. Her organization organizes a program called Amra Purbo Joy, where I have seen thousands of people, students, um, and children from poor family. They come over there and participate in the programs, different kind of programs. It is dance, quiz, whatnot, everything organized by Onita every year, and it is a 2 3 days program. Um Normally, I attended in in Jubo Kendro Morali. So from there, my impression about NGO has changed. Let me be honest to you. There are NGOs um, uh, who have the existence, but working for the grassroots level for the needy. It is not a cup of tea for all of them. So when I have seen Anindita really working for young people, those who really need help, I wanted to be associated with her, and whatever way I can, um, I am associated with her. I have seen people working in her office even, small children. Somebody is doing some embroidery, somebody is doing some other things, related things, and now what she does, she runs. I think a number of schools. I do not know the total number. I will request Anindita to tell that number in different thanas, and where these poor people, those who do not have any other option but to uh, go to these schools, where they get the proper education through this foundation, this Parivar. So when Joydeep took initiatives for organizing webinar in different topics, I thought why not to suggest Joydeep for bringing Anindita also so that we can share her views. In recent time, when COVID started in all over India, and we did not even leave our state also. Anindita really did a very good job. From day one, they were there on the street, and total family, not only she, her family, her son, her daughter, and members of Parivar, they gave a lot of support uh, the people who really need support during the shutdown period. Still, they are doing that. Then comes Amphan. I was really happy to see Anindita and her team went to the remotest areas of 24 Parganas, not 24 Parganas and South 24 Parganas, where really people were affected by this devastated storm. So they were there every day. They were there every day to help these people, those who have lost their home. They did not have any place even to stay. They did not have food. They did not have drinking water. So there also Anindita and team were there. I wish I could also be a part of that program, but unfortunately, since it is lockdown time and we cannot run our cars and other convenience, so I could not join her for that program and her team. But I saw all the pictures. I followed the TV newses, different channels carried about the services that was provided by Anindita during this COVID affected period, and the people, those who are really affected by this devastated storm. Uh, I should not be doing the justice if I don't divulge another important information about Anindita and her family, of course. Anindita's husband, Mr. Kundanlal Tamta, he is a very good friend, brother, big brother to me, who is the Director General of Police, West Bengal, state of West Bengal. He was the IG, Inspector General of um, Uttar Bengal also, not Bengal. But having such a stature, she is the wife of a Director General Police. I never saw um, anything proud in nature in in Anindita. She is very down to earth. She is always accessible, and which is really rare in today's society. That is another important thing I thought I will be sharing. Though she says do not to, but if I don't share, then you will not know that how down to earth she is. She is really accessible, and whenever I call her for any problem, a specific problem, she is always there, to help you. So there is Anindita, and she has lot of education also, and she never shows that, and that she has all these qualities. She comes from a family background. Bijan Banerjee was his father, and the trust is in the name of his father, Bijan Banerjee Memorial Trust, and under that umbrella, Parivar is the NGO. Even we organize cricket matches for or to support these children in Eden Gardens, where people from different segments, the celebrities, cricket players, um, film actresses, actors, they are invited so that we get good sponsorship, and that sponsorship money is given to uh, these people, these street people, and those who really need money. During Durga Pujas also, I witnessed at least 2 3 times before Durga Puja, our children they get new clothes, but the people, who those who cannot afford a good new cloth, a new pant or a new shirt or a new churidar, whatever, there again, Anindita comes and gives them new clothes during Durga Puja, during Eid, and I have seen those happy faces different times, different years, while this program was conducted by Anindita. So I really um, appreciate all her work. I am really thankful to Anindita for doing this great job for the people who really needs the support and help um, for different causes. And whenever they are in trouble, the name Anindita, the person Anindita is there to help them. With these few words, I can keep on going, but uh, you are here to listen her to me. So I request and invite Anindita again. I don't say her Dr. Anindita Banerjee. She is a good friend of mine. So uh, I call her by her first name, Anindita. So Anindita, floor is for you, and people are waiting to listen you. Please share your experience of work for the uh, state people and the people those who need your service. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Bengal Library Association. Thank you, Shushanto, and thank you, Joydeep. It's a real pleasure to be here with all of you. Uh, this is the first webinar I am attending, or I'm taking part in. I have taken part in Zoom classes and Google Meet classes, but webinar, it was a tough thing thinking about how do I enter the room specifically, because new technologies every day it is coming and you are adopting to the new normal. So thank you everyone for inviting me in this platform. And as the topic goes, we care, we share. As the topic means explains that it is about caring and sharing and how to look after the people who are in need of help, or who are in need of affection, who are in need of empathy, sympathy, and support. So my journey began 15 years back. I was in the corporate world working with Britannia, TCS, and all these things. So my journey started with only 26 children whom we got enrolled into a school called Parivar school. And I never had the idea that these people, means like I used to stay in Linen Sarani, and I studied in Calcutta Girls. So while walking, I used to see on the street that these children are right from the morning they are playing marble, they are playing what you call danguti, all those things, and they are like playing hide and seek, and all day they are free. But we are going to school, and we are enjoying. Means like school was a like a prison that time. So I used to say things like we are in prison, but these children are enjoying life. But when you become uh, matured and when you see the world, then I could realize, yes, how bad it is for them and how sad these people are that they are not getting anything which we privileged people get. Like when a child is born in our family, we think about the registration being done. But that small registration means birth registration is not even thought of by them. When they think about certificate, birth certificate or Aadhaar card or PAN card as the new things are coming in, so these people at that point of time they think about the birth certificate. But when the child is born, they are not even bothered. Like the child is born, how to go about it, what will be the future, how they're going to get the studies, nothing. So when we started the school with only 26 children, I was thinking, okay, like in the evening, we'll have 3 hours, 2 hours classes, and we'll teach them at least, right? At least make them aware, at least make them sensitive about these type of small, small things. But as they came into the school, I could make out that these children are as our children only. Only thing is that they don't get a platform. They have not got anything in life which we privileged people enjoy. Like I used to think that these children are so like without sensitive affection for their family, or they're not from a well-knit family. So it is both ways, because these children do not get that affection which we give to our children. They are on their own. Their mothers go for household chores, their fathers go for their earning, and they are left like that on the street throughout the day. So they do not know what affection is. Right from the childhood, they have to think about their survival, how to earn. uh, if you like, it was very surprising, small children, when I used to ask them ki, okay, today the tiffin will be something like bread and like jalebi. So within second they will answer, miss, এটা এত টাকা হবে. But the same way, when you ask them to do math sums, like maths, addition, so they will be counting fingers, they will be saying, no miss, I don't know how to do sum. So they have learned it the hard way. So they have actually done the survival bit. And we like talk about 1 rupee. So you buy this with this paisa. So how much is this? We add it up. But with them, it's like mental maths. They are so intelligent. So if you see a small child, you may think, okay, our children are more intelligent. No, they are like also very intelligent. They are very capable. Only thing is that they don't have a platform. So when the 26 children were brought to our school, I mean our place, my father's house was there. So I didn't have any problem of rent and all this thing. So I brought them. We used to give them a small tiffin to them, like hardly anything, like bread, maybe muri, sometimes samosa, sometimes samosa crumbled, and we used to share it with one samosa with two child. So that way. But these children were like very happy, and their happy faces made me realize, okay, you can do a lot of things for them. So we started in 2005, and in 2005 we started with 26 children. Now we have more than 1000 children, 1036 to be exact. So all these children are now into different schools. Earlier it was like skule chala obhijan, so of this sarva shikha mission. So that actually worked, but it was a very drastic step when we talked about the right to education implemented within 1 year or 2 year. Means they have to go to school. So that was for these children, it was a bit tough, because their mothers were not even aware that schools have to take you. I mean, it was like their right. So they have not yet realized that this right is of theirs. They can get admission anywhere without any money. But now also we have to actually coax them to send their children to the school. But yes, there are differences. Means like in many schools they are taken care of very nicely, even the teachers are very good to them. But in many schools, this is very unfortunate that teachers are also not very sympathetic or empathetic towards them. They actually talk about them like footpathir bacha, Kangali. So this discrimination is still there. So that is a very bad point which I have observed, and still now means the mentality of people. Means not all people. I won't say all. There are few who are very affectionate, but most of them, they have this discrimination thing, and they would not let their own children sit with the children of the footpath. But since the act or the law has been implemented, so they have no option but make the child sit together. But given an option, they will never allow their children to mix with these children. So there is always a discrimination between the two. Like this are privileged children, and so stark difference between the privileged one and the underprivileged ones. So this continued, and then I saw that like everything means like my whole story is like series. When this happened, so with that I realized that only giving them education won't do them much good. So we went to vocational training, means that those children who were more than 14, 16 years and they have already passed, means get a certificate rather. I won't say pass because there was no pass fail. So even if you don't do well in your class 8 exams, but you get a certificate saying that yes, you have done class 8. So after that they get some vocational training so that they can start their own living livelihood. So those type of vocational training which will earn them, like maybe tailoring, they can make a small tailoring shop, or maybe mobile repairing, and they can make a small mobile repairing shop where we used to give the initial support so that they can establish it, and later on when like they were in a position to pay back, they used to pay back. So those type of things we have many success stories in those type of things. Vocational training, I think the government is also like emphasizing on vocational training, which is a very good thing because not many become pundits. So you have to give some respect to the vocational aspect of that also, as so that they become skilled workers. And skill development is taking a new shape now in India. Abroad, of course, that skill development has been there from the beginning, but here in India, like now, skill development is taking a very big shape. And then after that, of course, vocational training, we have three branches now, and a lot of, means more than 63 self-help groups have been developed, whom we have means developed and made them stand on their own. These type of success stories are there, but many bad stories are also failure stories are also there, because we had this collaboration with the vocational training institute, where we could send a child and the child could do free of cost training. But many times it happened like in the midst of the training, maybe a month they will go and after that they become dropouts. So those type of things, means like you have to take care of the dropout thing also, because when the child is dropping out in the vocational training, that means we are losing out on the money, and the seat also which has been blocked, that is also losing. So we had to do a lot of sensitization for this. No, you have to finish the course. Once you finish the course, you cannot just, like many uh, girls are there who have done embroidery courses, but after doing the embroidery courses, the certificate is there and the provision is also there that you can take a loan without any interest, maybe up to 2% interest, 0 to 2% interest. So that is nothing, like you can take that loan and then you can establish your own things. Even if you give them training and they get the certificate, they know that they can apply for loan, but that certificate works as a certificate for marriage, because my daughter knows how to do the embroidery. So means like they will get eligible bachelors in the line. So that type of thing is still there in our society, and more for the backward classes, because they for the girls it is like you are born to rear child and do cooking and take care of your um, younger siblings, and for the men it is like you have to earn. So that discrimination of gender is still there, discrimination of class is there. So once the gender discrimination is like very stark in this street dwellers, because means like adolescent child, when they sleep at night with older men, like their maybe their fathers, their uncles, um, and all these people are mostly in the intoxicated state, and in intoxication means they don't even know that they're their own children. So molestation is a very big problem for them. So once this is a it's true case where a child who was like very bubbly, and she used to come to us, talk very nicely, and means love to school, come to school. But what happened in the I think in between something happened with her and she became very quiet. So we asked them, why you are so quiet, why you are not concentrating, why you are not coming to school at time. So then after a lot of talking and all, she came out with that she had been molested by her own uncle. So we took her to the police station for filing case, but after we filed it, the mother has to sign, the mother or the father means the guardian. So we cannot sign on their behalf. So we had to sensitize the parent also. But somehow, once they are in that thing that, okay, something has happened, and if we talk about it, my child will be unnecessarily, her name will be spoiled. So they have taken out the case. So we could not do anything, even if we wanted to do something. So we also thought about it, and we have developed one. Means as I told you, the education part started. Then we thought about the vocational training part. Then we had thought about the legal aid thing. So we saw that legal problem is a very big problem for them, because they don't have any sort of marriage contract, as you call it, means like no registration, nothing, no social marriage. Today, one child, I mean, I'll tell a child only, because early marriage is very prevalent in this section, because they don't consider that 18 is the upper, means like the minimum that you have to become to get married, or 21 for the men. They just means reach puberty, and maybe the girl or the boy, means like they just succumb to physical attraction, and then they become impregnated, and the child who is not even 16 years, she has got another child. Then that child has to be looked after, has to be cared. So that training is not even there with them to take care of herself. But she has another child to take care of. So which is very sad part, and their infancy is lost in that way. And then, of course, means like the cycle, vicious cycle. She also raise a child who is not even 16. Maybe she is 16 plus 16, another 16 years, and that girl's daughter is also married. So 32 years, and you are a grandmother. So that way means it's a very vicious cycle, because they don't think that life has to be enjoyed or life has to be planned, nothing like that. So it's like as it comes, they take it like that. A lot of care is required to actually like put into, imbibe into their mind that no, life is beyond this. Life is beyond this rearing of children and taking care of your family only. And you have to take care of yourself also. You have to learn to love yourself so that you can love others, and you can bring up children who can actually become responsible citizens of India. So that way means like once we thought about this, then we thought, okay, this will be effective if we have a legal cell. So we have a legal cell also called Parivar Raksha. So where we have a tie-up with government of West Bengal state legal aid services. So where we give free legal aid to the underprivileged, means all level of underprivileged, but women of privileged classes also can come. And as you have seen, means like in this COVID situation, where means like uh, even the middle class, I won't talk about the upper classes because they can afford to do it, because but in this middle class people, where they are staying in maybe 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom or 3 bedroom flats, where they're staying together, and a lot of domestic violence cases are there. So where I won't say staying together will only pose problem, but they have about means the men still now men are men, so they will come home and they'll expect the wife, even if the wife is working, that the wife will take care of the kitchen, and with no maids, no support. So she's like totally like in the work, and she's too tired to take care of any extra classes, extra care for herself, or like to think about any enjoyment. And of course the mental disruption that has been in this COVID situation is everybody is mentally upset, because mental state is also related to where you are staying, the ambience, or the people who are you are staying with, and you are not visiting anybody. You are not, means like mostly work from home, or means like as we are talking now, I am not able to see who all are liking it, who are disliking it, or whether you are having any like any problem understanding what I am saying. It's like there is so many things when it is a virtual world. I means like I feel very awkward when I talk about I care for you, but means this care also means I'm not seeing you, I'm not even able to feel you. So how do I care for you? Means that is a mental state which we are in. As the situation goes, we have to adapt to things like this only. So there's no option but we care virtually. So now what we do is like we think about the children and their position, their way of staying with their parents now out of job, because most of the maids are out of job. So even if the undock process has started, but still there are maids who are not allowed into the complex or like this. So these children's parents are out of job. So as it is, they were like in bad shape, and now with the parents out of job, they're unfed, uncared, on the road. Uh, Maybe the police has taken a lot of care for them, the police, the administration, but there are many things which they cannot do. The police cannot do 24 hours looking after into this only, because police has got many other work to do. Administration has got a lot of other work to do. So here the NGO's role comes into being, and the NGOs are like they can reach to places where the government can't reach, because they know exactly what are the grassroots problems. As I'm telling you, like I can feel it that my these children on the street, they were taken to a few means like community halls where community kitchen was also developed. We have in fact given like lot of dry ration like rice, and then pulses, and then potatoes, all these things, oil, all these to community kitchens, and we have also run it. And after making the food, we have distributed it to people on the road, and who were like stuck in places and they could not go home. So those type of places we have given, provided food also and dry ration also. But with that also means like not all their needs are fulfilled. So they are in trauma. Whether they will be able to come to normal or not normal, that is a very big question, for as it is for us also and for them also. And I tell you, means like as the situation was like in the last from 22nd March, we have done not less than 40-45 camps, means camps, relief camps, where we have distributed dry ration to the underprivileged. But very frankly speaking, many a times I have seen even the middle class people, like those who are like uh, working in small companies, they are out of job. So they were like living out of their maybe savings. And these people have also stood in that line. So it was very, very bad to see them. It was very bad feeling. I couldn't look up to them, and they couldn't look up to me. And they were standing in the queue waiting for the ration to be given to them. So it's like it was a very bad, peculiar feeling that okay, God has given us a lot of things. God has really provided us with everything we wanted, and we have food in our house. We don't have to think about anything else. But these children or these people who are standing in the line to get rations, they are uh, not privileged as we are. And I pray God that we all means become all right in this COVID situation, and we come out of it. So, because if this continues uh, as it is, there is unemployment, and as it is, people are like feeling the mental pressure. They are at home, so they are out of their routine work, they are out of practice, and government can only provide you with bekar bhata. Maybe they have this unemployment this package they call it. So how much is that? Means how long can you survive on that? So that's a very big question mark. So how do you become normal after the situation becomes normal? How long it will take to for us to become normal? Because with this type of situation where for 1 year it is very uncertain whether we are going to come out of this in this year or not, it is a very big question mark. Somebody is saying maybe September, maybe October, maybe November, that is the peak time that we'll have in India, but nobody knows what is the peak time, means peak in India. So still now we are uncertain. It's like what the situation will be in future, we do not know. We can only pray to God that everything becomes normal, and we also is become uh, the new normals, and everything opens, because this section is the hardest hit, and for them to come out of that situation, it will take a long time. And maybe the middle class also, lower middle class, or you can say middle class, that section, it is very difficult for them also to come to normal, except for maybe government jobs. Many companies have like closed. They have not given full payment. Maybe they have had a cut of 30%, 40%, 50%, and with that also people are working. So it is a very bad situation. Anyway, it's coming back to again our things, like as I told you that we have this Parivar Raksha for the legal services, and here you will find, means like the domestic violence cases which is coming up very high in this COVID situation. And even in this without the COVID situation also, what I think is like, now since a woman do not have that financial capability to live on their own, mostly I will say, I won't say the entire lot, but mostly in India we have seen that most of the women, even if they have education, they are at home. They are supposed to be looking after the house and doing the housekeeping job more than earning the bread of the family. So in that case, what happens, there is a covered unemployment that is happening, because there are many doctor friends who have given up their practices and become housemakers. So which is I think, means like when the gender discrimination is there, and you cannot means like develop your nation in that way. And here the NGO's role is a very big role, because you can only do the sensitization of this class of people, of this section of women, to become more independent, to think for themselves, also to think for themselves, and means like to think herself. Because here what happens, okay, I won't go into politics, but there is a very big thing here, where you see that, okay, one seat has become a woman's seat. So in the constituency, that has changed to a woman's constituency, and the woman participation is like, okay, the husband cannot stand for the election, okay, then doesn't matter, the seat remains with him, the wife can stand for the election. So that is the limit where we have gone. Even thinking for herself with her own brain is not allowed. I won't say, means like that they think for us. We have become like sort of people who don't, even though we have got qualification, but we are thought to be run by the either the husband or the father or the son, somebody, some men. Nobody. It is not a matriarchal society; it's a patriarchal society here. So, like we accepted it that way only. So anyway, we have come a long way, and we have to go a long way. So until unless we become equal in respect of job, in respect of education, in respect of outlook, until unless we can think positively towards developing the society, the nation will not develop. Because if both the wheels are not functioning, you cannot ride a bicycle, or you cannot write anything if both the sides are unequal. So you have to think about this. The society has to think about this, and the society has to take a call. Of course, means we have become a lot more better than what we were, but we need to go a long way till now. So in any way, means like that is part of the work we are doing. We are sensitizing people. I am in many this ICC commit ICC internal complaints committee, where I'm member, and I am seeing a lot of people, a lot of girls, a lot of women who are working. They are harassed. They are harassed means like once you reach that position, and then people take you, okay, she is coming to work, that means her family life is not that very good, means they think it that way. So once you have come to work, means you have to adjust with everything. In the sense, for women it is like, of course, means like they are the weaker genders. People think, the society till now thinks that we are the weaker genders, so they take advantage of their position. And many a times, means like even Kiran Bedi was not made the commissioner, so we are small fries. So in that way, of course, means like Indira Gandhi had been the prime minister, and a very capable, the most capable prime minister maybe. Here we have the state chief minister, lady. We have a lot of woman power here and there, but those are the singular subjects. But and if you talk about the mass, we are still very low, very low. We have to go a long way. So this type of sexual harassments we are taking care of, and we have this legal services very active. And we talk about dowry and early marriage. Then this child sex abuse is a very big thing. There are a lot of this child abuse cases which are coming to us, and we find that child abuse is like, there are many people who have this this horrible mentality of abusing a child, when the child is in her mind, or his, even the boy is also molested, abused, and which has a very bad effect throughout the child's life. So in that case, we have to be very careful, and we have to be very sensitive towards their upbringing, how they are being brought up, where they are going, even in schools and all. Many schools have come up with, but means now people are actually coming out with it. They are complaining. But earlier it was like everything was a hush hush. Now with the POXO Act coming in, then we have it's like in each offices where the women are working, even if the number is one, then we have this ICC. And these type of things, the people are sensitive about these type of cases, the sex abuse, sexual abuse, molestation, and all those things. So that is a good thing that is happening, and we are feeling that we are part of this whole campaign or activity. So we have also given some part to it, so to the activity. And the whole like achievement is also our achievement. When this is the legal aspect of it, then we have our government has given us a plot of land. So we have been means like thinking of not thinking, planning to make this a shelter home for the old women who are on the street. Because child, when the child is seen, there are many people who adopts the child. There are many people who actually feel sad or sympathetic towards the child. But there are women, of course men are also there, but women who are left alone on the street, and nobody takes care of them, and they cannot do anything, and they are on the street, and maybe means like they are uncared, unfed. and the means like their son, daughter, whoever it is, they are like do not care about their parents. And the parent who has brought up the child in such a good way, whatever small earning, big earning she had maybe in her younger days, she has used for the child. But when the child becomes big and the child becomes mature, they do not think about the parents. And we are going like the Western culture, like the old people are put into the old age homes. And means like I have seen one old age home in Betwa Dairy, that's in Nadia district. There, one old lady was sitting there, and I was part of the social welfare board, and I asked her ki, she had some tooth problem, and we were like asking her ki, why you are not taking her to the dentist, why she's suffering. And she was with a bag, she was sitting there and holding on to the bag, and it was very sad scene. So when I asked the warden, so she told that you go and ask her, then you will get the answer. So I proactively I asked her ki, কি হয়েছে, what happened to you? Means like why you are holding on to, clutching onto your bag still, and you are not even, means like she was very like, she was maybe lying down for a while and then getting up and again holding on to the bag. So when asked, she told me, মা আমার ছেলে আসবে, আমার ছেলে আমাকে নিয়ে যাবে দাঁতের ডাক্তারের কাছে, my son will come and son will take me to the dentist. And I asked her, the warden, that how long she has been here. That then the warden told me 4 years, 4.5 years has passed, and she's like that only. And she just she's on the alert when she's only thinking that her son will come and take her. And think about the son. The son has just left her like that and went away. And it was like she was on the, I think, railway platform, where she was picked up by the police and put to this home. So it's a very sad story when you see these type of women, means like old women who are like on the footpath. They don't have the physical capability of working and getting a living, and we don't have this type of system also where we feed the old people with government help or whatever. Even if I think there is something called the Bardhakya Bhata, but for running for that also requires a lot of energy, lot of capability to be in that line or to get that amount. So people who are on the pedestrian dwellers who are old, they are really uncared and unfed. So we are planning to make a shelter home for them, so where we will be keeping them free of cost, and of course they will get all the comforts they look for and in a family life. And we'll have also along with it, we'll have a adolescent girls home, where like it will be complementary or supplementary to each other. Means the old people will find a grandchild in the adolescent girl, and the adolescent girl also will find a grandmother in the old woman. So we'll be clubbing this as a holistic project, and we'll look into it how we will be able to make it more effective, so that they benefit from the project very very much. So this is our planning, and we have been means like collecting money initially for the wall. Then after that we had the like temporary building, means temporary sheds made, so that we can cater to the children. We have already started the remedial tutoring over there, so that we can cater to this section of children who do not have the capability to go for private tuition, but at the same time they are meritorious. Like you can imagine, 81 children have passed madhyamik from our organization this year, and one of them got 90%, one got 88%. I think the one who got 90% is Kingshuk Panda. And the one who has got 88% is Abir Mitro. So these two boys have really done wonders, because coming from that section and getting that much of marks, without like for our children, we get 8 subjects, so 8 teachers. Maybe at times 2 teachers for one subject. But these children do not have any private tuition or private tutors, or they cannot pay for it. So we have this project for this remedial tutoring, of course, with Calcutta Police helping us with the infrastructure. In few places we have our own centers, and few places like 9 police stations are there where we are having it with Calcutta Police. The infrastructure is provided by Calcutta Police, and there are government schools where also we run this project. So total there are 12 centers. So 81 of them have passed this year, and 16 Uच्च Madhyamik, means class 12, have passed. So that also is a quite a record, but very unfortunate. From 22nd March, of course, the project is in a standstill, mostly because these children cannot afford this online classes, because we cannot, means we are also not equipped with online classes things, and we are only hoping that we come to the this offline mode. But still now there is no certainty. Of course, our children are from that background who cannot provide with online facilities, and government has also not been able to, at least means still now, not been able to provide with online facilities to all. So they are deprived, and they do not have any online classes. Means I'm very sad that 93 children who have who have come to class 10 this year from January, who were supposed to give Madhyamik next year, they are without any tutors from March 22nd. I mean, 23rd was our last day. I mean, like 22nd, the lockdown, the curfew, Janta curfew was there, and from 22nd, from 23rd, of course, we announced that we are going to close down. So from 23rd March onwards, we are not having any classes. So means like it's a very sad story that these children, means like many children are there who are lucky enough to get online classes, and they are having so many means like happy things happening for them, and I'm very happy for them. But for I feel bad for my children, means those who are not getting that privilege, because 93 children were in class 10, and like we were hoping that next year we will have at least some children. We by means like some children coming out with flying colors, more than 90. Maybe we were expecting that, but with this type of new normal where only online classes are the only option, we are very sad. We are disheartened that I don't know next year how many will pass or how many will get good marks. But these children are very, very hardworking. If given an opportunity, they will definitely be very big stars. As Dr. Shushanto Banerjee was mentioning about Amra Korbo Joy, this is a program we have every year. I mean, this is our 15th year, so 15 years we have completed. So this Amra Korbo Joy we have started 15 years back, and this year like we were thinking of a very big show, but man proposes and God disposes. So we did not have any program for the 15th year. Anyway, means like we have served many people, we have shared dry ration, we have cared for them. That is with all blessings of people who have come forward with dry like rations, with some it's like they have online given us money. They have many have given us ration, sent bag of rice, maybe a bag of pulses and all this thing, and we were able to like go to places and give them that thing. And we have been fortunate that we had the opportunity or the platform where we could share our concern or our care. We could share in that platform and provide to these people. So God has been kind, but many people are there who does not have this type of platform, and many have like called us how do we contribute? There is only the CM care, the PM care, all these funds, but they means like actually the many people are there who actually want to see that where it is going and to whom it is going. So that's a very big pleasure or satisfaction you have when you give to the people, and these people are with a very big smile. They're going back happy with a bag of ration. So that satisfaction means, I'm sure, means like it is unexpressible, because means like that can be felt. That can only be felt by the people who are there in that platform. But you can imagine, means like we were so feeling so proud that we were able to give them that happiness or that pleasure. They were like, there are many who were like not in that line, and who could not get the coupon, and we could not give them because ours was also a limited stock. Like we had means like when we went to some place, we had this coupon made, and we could give to only those families. So when they were not in that list, they went back disheartened, and it made an impact on us also. We also felt sad that we could not provide to everybody. But anyway, it means like this is part of the whole story. And when means like you think, okay, the glass is half full and the glass is half empty. So it is the positive thing. We were thinking that okay, we were able to give to people. Uh, let's not talk about many people whom we could not give, but at least we could provide to some. And in this Amra Kurbu Joy, as we're talking about, this is a dance competition where like there are a lot of reality shows you be observing on TV, you'll be seeing so many children are performing, and these children, like on the street, they are like without any sort of training, anything, they tap their feet with the beat. And when they come to the stage, they do not have any training as such, but means like they have this natural talent. So one of them in 2006, I think, this is one of our success stories, where this boy called Joy Guy, he he was the first. He was declared first by Alakananda Roy was there, the judge. Then Shanjita Bhattacharya, then Shagota Basu. All these people were like renowned people were there as judges, and they have been continuing all these years, and I'm thankful to them also. They actually remember this program and they come to us. They ask about when the program is happening, and Dr. Shushanto has been very kind enough to be the quiz master, because these children do not get an opportunity to be on the stage, and we organize this quiz uh, also every year. So where Shushanto is the quiz master, so he has been very kind, and he has means like done his research for questions and answers. And when these children who are from this background, they get an opportunity to sit beside the privileged schools like Lamart's and St. James, Calcutta Boys, Calcutta Girls, Don Bosco, and these type of schools. And we have this elimination round where they have like fared good result and come to the stage. Means like we have the elimination first, and then we have the finalists coming to the stage. So these people like coming to the stage only, they feel very happy that they have done means like their first bit. And it's all thanks to so many people who have been helping us in coordinating and conducting this, because as you say now, the last thing is fund, because when you have fund, you can think about so many things. And of course you should have the inclination also, because otherwise means if you don't have the inclination, you will not have the I mean like if the thing to go also, mean like it will not happen. But I feel very happy that there are many people who are in this organization who are very active, and they actually think about these children. They actually care about these children or this section, like about the women also, about their parents also. Like earlier when there used to be rain and all, so I used to feel very happy, like it's raining. At least means the temperature will go down. So I used to feel very happy and excited. Okay, it's raining, we'll have a rainy day at school also, and here also means like after becoming like matured enough to feel for these children that if there is rain, then these children will be facing problem, because if there is water logging and all these things, so they will not be able to be on the footpath, on the place where they are staying. So it's a big problem for them. So now I feel for, means like when it rains, I feel for them. Okay, it's raining, so where these people will be going, where the children will be staying, where they will get the shed. So this type of things, small thing, it keeps coming. Then we have this as Shashanto was talking about the this cricket match. Eden Gardens or CAB has been kind enough to give us Eden Gardens, and for quite a few years now, like we have been organizing this cricket match, from where we collect an amount and which we use for the development of these children, because throughout the year there is a need for their education, for teachers, for their stationaries, for their tiffin. Then we like give them clothes also, and we provide winter garments to them, then shoes for them, chappals, and all these things. So these require a lot of fund, which we like organize few events for collecting some funds so that we can give to them. So this is one of them. Of course, we have a fun factor in it, because once you are having a cricket match, nobody can sit tight and say, no, this is only for fun, so we'll not have the fun part of it. So we have a lot of fun organizing it and being part of it, like a lot of running around. And Eden Gardens gives you a feel that you are okay, no less than a cricketer also. So you feel very happy that okay, you are part of Eden Garden. And when the letter comes, mentioning that you are given Eden Garden for a day, it's a huge happiness. So that is also very thankful that God has been kind to us, and we have got, means in this 15 years, as you call it, means like as rightfully said by that there are NGOs, and there is a taboo when you call yourself an NGO. You feel that okay, you are also part of this whole lot, and there are a lot of NGOs who are mushrooming here and there, and people are only looking for that bad part of it, where they are only asking for fund and they are not showing them the results. So it's a two-way game. Like when I show my activity, then at times I feel that okay, this has to be documented well. So we don't have this documentation part very well done, because we don't have very good professional who can do this type of things. As I said that we have people who are like not professionals. They are from, maybe mostly from the slums. We take teachers, we take from the slums, we take assistants from the slums, because they can actually think about the children in that way, because their mentality and the children's mentality has to match to give them means a maximum result. So we generally take our staff from that part of it, and we, means I feel very happy when we say that we have 98% women in our organization. So men part is very small, and we always help them so that they can actually think about themselves as doing a good job. And both has to be catered to. You have to have good economic satisfaction, or you call the mental satisfaction. So here, when you are giving to people, you are caring for people, you are sharing this type of thing, you get a lot of mental satisfaction, which I'm sure means like you won't get with money. But of course, money is a very big part of it. So as I said, that we do not have very means professionals in our organization because of that, because we don't have money. So that's a very big problem for any NGOs to come into being, because fund becomes a constraint. As I said that we are having a land where we had to build up a big school. We had that land given to us by the government, but when we looked at the tax part of it, it was huge. Like we could not think about paying that much of tax. So we have to run around from pillar to post to get the thing and the tax waived. So we got the tax waived. Now we have the sanction part of it, and once the sanction part of it is done, we have the piling and the foundation, which cost, I think, is like, I'm only thinking about the cost, and I'm thinking that definitely when God has given that land, the God will definitely give us the fund also. And since my motive or goal, our goal is definitely for the welfare and the development of these people whom I was talking about, the old women and the adolescent girls. So definitely our fund will definitely will hopefully will come, and will be able to make that dream project. And we have also means like done a lot for sensitization of AIDS. People who are having AIDS. So in North Bengal, we have got a plot in Hashimara where we were planning to, like, we will definitely, once this project comes into being, we'll definitely think about the other one. So it's a project for that. We have done a survey for this HIV positive people, where in 2008-9 we did the survey. At that point of time, the number of registered HIV patients were around 500. So which means a lot of people who were there who were not registered. So in this case, what happens is, like, HIV is a taboo. You have HIV for various reasons. It can be with the needle which is being used for an HIV patient. The mother can be an HIV carrier given to the child. But this way means like there are a lot of other ways, various ways you can get the infection. But here we have this idea. Okay, HIV means that he must have had, she must have had some illicit relation with somebody else, where from the infection was there. But people tend to forget that it can be through other various reasons also. So once that blockage is there in your head and you cannot think it straight, so you think that okay, that person is infected, so it's a social boycott for that person. And once the social boycott is done, then there is no job, no job for that person. And when there is no job, of course, there's a vicious cycle, as I call it, where, like, once you are jobless, you don't have food, you have many other ailments. So that way, even though this HIV thing is also a cycle, like you have malnutrition, then you have TB, and then it comes to HIV, then you have AIDS. So that's also a cycle. But this cycle where the social boycott is there and you are unemployed and you don't have food, and ultimately you have many other elements attached, and then you succumb to death. So that is also a very big cycle. So in a way, we can call it, the social cycle is such that you'll have a lot of problem once you have this type of ailments. Of course, means like AIDS has now, like, people are aware of it. So the needles are like one person, one needle sort of thing. So it has come down. The rate has come down, and which is a very big thing, because India being such a populated country, I think any disease like this, which spreads fast, is very bad for that country, which is very densely populated. But India's this rate has come down. So HIV wise, we are happy that it has come down, but we are looking forward that this vaccine comes for COVID, because COVID-19 is such a spreading in such a way that globally there is a standstill. And in India, it's like India, like global, then national wise, and then West Bengal, all everywhere it is like increasing. Everywhere, wherever you look into, oh, acha, he has got this, oh, she has got it, oh, that day it's like, once you open the TV, it is like all are bad news, bad news, bad news. So there is nothing like you look forward to in a television news. At this point of time, I have stopped seeing TV. Means once or twice, okay, fine, and you forget about it. No? Like you don't want to get more affected mentally by seeing the news. And your means like mostly when you ring up people, your near and dear ones are affected, and you feel very bad about it. So this is how life is moving on, and we have to be more careful. And we hope that by end of this year we have a good vaccine coming up, so that we can return to our normal life, and our children and our youth and us, we all stay happy and well connected, because now everything is virtual. So virtually thinking, virtually caring, virtually sharing is the new normal. So I think, I don't know about the time. So if anybody is like wants to ask or interact, I don't know, means like whether I'm audible to others. I'm not able to see anything.
Thank you, madam. There are 3 or 4 questions, I think. Uh, Before we just go to your question, there are just 2 minute presentation of your social responsibility Parivar Trust as well as Bijan Banerjee Memorial Trust. Just see it first, then 3 or 4 questions. Just 5 minutes, madam. Okay. Okay, see how Bijan Banerjee Memorial Trust always serve the helpless. Now there are 3 or 4 questions, I think. Please go to your screen to live demonstration of your question. First one.
Uh, Hello, Mithuti. Thank you so much for your question. Means as I was talking about that, how the organization start means like only means like now since the pandemic is there, our all schools and vocational training are all closed. So we are only like devoting our time and energy, everything for relief work, and definitely over phone or some counseling work for the women and the children. So this is what we are doing. The operation is all by phone, and of course means like the relief work is like by going there and giving it to the needy. If you want to join Parivar, my like in the webinar only you'll find my number is there, and Anindita B Tamta, Anindita B Tamta at gmail.com. You can write to Arghodip Kargupta. You can write to Anindita B Tamta at gmail.com. It's a very big question, Madhuchanda Majumdar. It's a very big question that you are saying. Yes, street children, how they can be protected. We are also very concerned, and definitely we have spoken to the police people with whom we are working, and we, in fact, thought of community places, community halls where they can be shifted. But the thing is, like, they are not. The parents are not ready to leave that place because they think that okay, if this footpath is belongs to me and I am like, if I vacate it, then when I come back I will means when the normalcy will return, that time I will not get back my footpath. So because that footpath is like very much close to their heart. So we are having a lot of problem means trying to tell them that you leave this place and you go to a secured place. But definitely we are giving them sanitizers, we are giving them masks, we are giving them dry ration, at times prepared food, biscuits, cakes, and all these things like on a regular basis. So this is going on. Very pertinent question, because we are really thinking how they can be protected from corona. God is there, and definitely we are asking them to wash their hand and sanitize that place by the KMC is done. So this type of things are doing, and we hope they do not get corona. CSR rules have really changed, and CSR funds are very important to us. Definitely, definitely. But at this COVID period, I think this year everything has gone to that Government of India, PM Care, and all these funds. So CSR fund has this year has been limited only to few work which is like going on. Our work has been disrupted. We were also working with CSR fund, but since the schools are closed down, so the fund has not been disbursed, and we have kept it closed. But CSR fund can only be the solution to NGOs, and CSR funds can be utilized in a proper way. Now that CSR rules have also changed, that it is not only for only one program or two program. It is like a development program or a project which the CSR is going to provide for. So in that way, CSR fund will be utilized in a better way, because earlier it was like it was only like for project like a blood donation camp being organized, or a health camp being organized. Now it is a like development project, and it is mandatory for all organizations to give the CSR fund. But unfortunately, there are many organizations who are still making their own organization, and the company is giving to their own organization. So that is also there. But when laws are there, there are holes, loops, and holes are also there. So definitely there will be some remark, and we'll have to think of how to come out of this type of ill practices.
Thank you, madam. Now, regarding CSR fund, I can share one thing. As we are doing for Bengal Library Association, we think for us it's very difficult to just get a CSR fund. And I think 2 years back we have developed a library in collaboration with Electro Steel in Jharkhand. That was a Sports Trust Memorial Library. In a same single umbrella, there is a library, there is a health center, there is a school. So that the philosophy is that
It's a full
the
total holistic program.
Exactly. But after that, we have efforted so many times, but we cannot get any CSR fund for development of many things. That's the reality actually. Now,
It's a very
last question from myself. Do you think the background of your husband is an additional advantage for your Bijan Banerjee Memorial Trust or Parivar? Is my question.
it, thank you, Jadit. To tell you very frankly, it is a disadvantage, because many times it happens that I have to go to that person and talk to that person personally, and when that person hears my name or my husband's, because when you are giving your name, that means your husband's name is also related to it, so they actually shy away from means like the meeting. So here I have face a lot of problem, because at times I cannot go for the meeting. In places where I have to go, I cannot go. So this problem is there, so I find it a disadvantage. Definitely means, if you talk about getting help during this time, this period where pandemic was there, it was a very big help. And then at times what happens, like in street dwellers, they feel very scared, because boro misser husband police আছে. So that that gives you an advantage, I can say. But most of the places where meetings and all are conducted, there I have a problem, because my name is a big constant that time.
Okay,
So
because
both advantage and disadvantage. So
okay, but
I feel very happy at times also that when the children say kar moto hobi, boro misser moto hobo, boro misser borer moto hobo, means like I feel very proud that time. Okay, chalo কেউ তো আমার মতো হবে.
thank you, madam, for your nice presentation, because we have learned many things, because you have started from 26 children, now it is more than 1,000. So it is a total effort of your team, and particularly you. Before we start our formal vote of thanks, there are two announcements of our forthcoming webinars. There is a webinar on next Sunday at 5 p.m. Mr. Jyotirindra Narayan Lahiri, famous Sundarban lover, will speak about the future of Sundarban. So please join with us at 5 p.m. On Sunday, this Sunday, that is 23rd August, and next Saturday at 4 p.m., that is 29th August at 4 p.m. We have a particular topic on the relevance of books in the age of internet, and the speaker will be Dr. Arun Kumar Chakraborty, the former Director General of National Library and Rajaram Mohun Rai Library Foundation, and at present the librarian of Bosch Institute, Kolkata, and also Dr. Sushanta Banerjee, at present the University Librarian of West Bengal State University, Barasat, will deliver the lecture. So please join with us. Now the formal vote of thanks. We are very much grateful to today's speaker, Dr. Anindita Banerjee Tamta. Madam, please be with us for any other programs. We are very much grateful that you have given us time to deliver your lecture, rather to just have a glimpse for us to the society, to serve the society, so that we can join to your Parivar Trust for
Thank you.
future service. So, madam, once again, on behalf of Bengal Library Association, we want you to say some thanks for you, and also your trust and Parivar. And next, we want to give our highly just gratitude to our beloved Dr. Sushanta Banerjee. He's a key person who has arranged this particular lecture, and he told me that you have organized so many lectures in the banner of Bengal Library Association. So why not Mrs. Anindita Banerjee Tamta? So we have accepted. I think it's a good acceptation. Acceptance actually. So I think we are very much grateful to Dr. Sushanta Banerjee also. Now. We last but not the least, we convey our sincere thanks and regards to the participants from all around the country, and I think there are participants from Philippines also, Bangladesh also. So we are very much grateful to all of you. So with this, we want to conclude this program. Be well, stay safe, and be join with us to our next webinars. Thank you. Thanks all.